Hello everyone. So this is the second video of our prefix sum playlist, and today we're gonna learn Scanline algorithm for 1D prefix sum only. Okay. So we will be going to learn Scanline algorithm for 1D prefix sum only. Okay. When is the Scanline algorithm used? So Scanline algorithm is used for range updates. That means until the last question we'll be learning range queries. Okay, you are given to do the prefix sum of lth index to rth index, but now you have to do l to r index where you have to change l to r index or increase. You have to change l to r index from value a to a plus x. What do I mean by that? I mean to say that now you will be given some Q queries where you will be given the form in form of this Q queries will be given in the form of x comma l comma r. That means from l to r some x amount you have to add. You have to perform all such queries, and then at the end of the result whatever is your final answer that you have to return. Okay, this is what you have to do. Cool. Let me give you one real time example. Let's say you will be given in most of the questions, just note my point, in most of the questions, most of the time nums array will be empty. That means it will be 0 0. You can consider that to be 0 0. Okay, you can consider that nums array to be the 0 0 0 0 full array. Now I can give you the real time example. Okay, let's say you are just given q queries of the form of lr and x, or xl and r, whatever. That means at lth time there is some train, okay, with total capacity, let's say something. Okay, this is the capacity of the train, and this train at lth time some x people is entering into the train, and at rth time those x people will leave the train. Okay, so you are given the queries q in the form of x, l and r, which means at lth point some x people are entering into the train, and at rth point some x people, those x people will leave the train. Those x people or some other x people will leave the train at rth time. Okay, so you need to find number of passengers at each time, whatever time frames you are given in the queries. At each time frame you need to find the number of passengers, and you need to return count of times where passengers will increase that threshold or that capacity which I told you, that there is some capacity of the train. So you need to count the number of times where your passengers, number of passengers will be greater than the threshold. And at this point, this Scanline algorithm, or what would I say, prefix sum range update, will be useful. Okay. Now let's take the simple example. Here I'll give you both. I mean, I can provide you with the nums query also and this q queries also, so that if at all nums are also not given, you can able to do it. And if nums is given, then also you will able to solve it. Okay. So let's say you will be given this nums. Mm, your nums will be, consider nums to be 346285. Okay, 346285. This will be your nums. Okay, and you are also given q queries. Q queries in the form of x comma l comma r. Okay, this means that um, you have to change l to r's value by increasing x. Okay, by increasing x. Fine. So now what you have to do? Um, what you can do is, you can do for brute force, you can go to each q query, you can go from L to R index, you can increase each one's value by plus x plus x plus x. Okay, you'll do this for q times, and after q times whatever is your final array, okay, you will give that. That could be one simple step, and that would take, of course, order of n into q. I'm not going in detail of your brute force approach. I hope you will get that. Okay, now what we can do for this case, what we can do for our uh, optimized case. Okay, again let me just write here 3 4 6 2 8 5. Let me just write this nums array. Okay, and let's say you are given three queries. One is 0, not 0, 2 1 4 3 2 5 and 1 0 3. Okay, this is the form of XL and R. Cool. Okay, so what we can do, the the first step, always take array 0 0 array. That means take array of size whatever this is, that 6 size num size, and make it 0 array. 1 2 3 4 5 6, make it 0 array, because as I have told you, mostly it will be given 0 array. We will learn on 0 array, and then we will just add this array after everything was done, after q queries, whatever is this final array. This final array will give us how much value we have to add at each index. Then we will just simply add this array to our nums array. Cool. Now what you can do for step 2, this is the big or major step. Do array of L plus equal to x and array of R plus 1 minus equal to x. This is for 0 based. Okay, just remember, 0 based. Array of L plus equal to x, array of R plus 1 minus equal to x. So we'll do array of 1 plus equal to 2 and array of 5 plus equal to minus 2, because you have to do minus x plus equal to minus of x. Okay, so your this thing will be 0, 1 will be 2, 2, 3, 4 and 5 will be minus 2. Your second query is of the form 3 to 5. So you will do array of 2 plus equal to 3 and array of 6 plus equal to minus 3. Now you need to check whether the 6 lies under n. So you need to check if r plus 1, this is your r plus 1, correct? If r plus 1 is lesser than n, then only you will do this step, otherwise you will not do this step. Okay, and your this thing will be 0, 2, 2th index will be plus 3, 0, 0, 0 and minus 2. Okay, sorry, this is extra 0. And your last will be 0, sorry, 1, 1, 0 and 3. So what you will do, array of 0, array of 0 plus equal to 1 and array of 4 plus equal to minus 1, because this is 3, so you will do r plus 1 as minus 1. What will be your, this thing will be plus 1 plus 2 plus 3, 0 1 2, third index empty, fourth index is minus 1 and fifth index is minus 2 as we have it here. Okay, so this is your final array. Now step 3 comes in the picture. Apply prefix sum on final array after performing all queries. Please forgive me for my handwriting, especially on this board. And I have to apply prefix sum on this final array after performing all the queries. Okay, so what will be your final array if you will apply prefix sum? I'm writing it over here only. It will be 1 3 6 0 5 5 minus 2 3. This is your final array after applying prefix sum. Now add this array to your original nums. Okay, 136053. So your nums array is given as 346285, and your this array came upon like 136053. Okay, and now add both of this. So your final nums will be 3 plus 1 4, 4 plus 3 7, 6 plus 6 12, 2 plus 0 2, 8 and 5 13, and 5 and 3 8. Now try brute force by applying each query separately on this L2R index by adding, and then doing it. You should get the same answer if there is no mistake. Okay, I hope there is no mistake. You should get the same answer. So your time complexity is saved to n plus q. Okay, what we did is your time complexity is saved to order of n plus q. What we did, we just created one new array of zero size. We apply q queries on it with one formula. Array of L plus equal to x and R plus 1 plus equal to minus x or minus equal to x, whatever you want to say. Okay, we did prefix sum of that and then we just added it to this original. And most of the cases, as I told you, this nums array will be given a zero array only. Okay, it will not be given. This nums array, this nums array will not be given. So whatever comes in this answer will be your final answer for 99% of the chances, for 99% of the cases. Okay, space complexity, as we have used one extra array over here, it will be order of n. Cool. So this is what your scanline algorithm looks like, and now we can go to one of the now we can go to one of the real life question just to see this how it works. Okay, okay, let's just quickly see this question. This is quite simple. What you is given, you are given there are n flights. Okay, n flights labeled from 1 to n. So it's given that there are n flights. You are given an array of flight bookings where bookings I is equal to first I, last I, and x. As I have told you, LRX or XLR or the form is given. Okay, that first I, last I, and seats I, which represents a booking for flights first I through last I inclusive, with seats I, seats reserved for each flight in the range. So first I flight is booked with X number of seats, and last I is also booked with X number of seats. So all these flights between this range are booked. So 1 and 2 flights are booked with 10 seats, 2 and 3 are booked with 20 seats, and 2 and 5 are also booked with 25 seats. Now what you have to return? You have to return an answer of length n, where answer of I is the total number of seats reserved for flight I. Okay, so you are given that there are n flights, 5 flights. Okay, and nums array is basically given as 0 0 only. Okay, as there is nothing given in this restart, and only this q queries or the bookings are given. Fine. So let's see. So as you have seen in the question, uh, we are given this flights from 1 to n. Okay, this flights is from 1 to n. So this is basically one based index is given, but we need to return vector, and in vector we have to return 5 values only. So they will treat 0th index as the first index flight. So what we will do, while calculating for this, we will just do minus minus. Why? Because this is given for 1 based and we have to return for 0 based. Okay. So what we can do is, while calculating for our answer, we will do minus minus. Okay. So we will create one answer array of size 5. Initially everything is 0 0. Okay. So our first is 1 2 10. So what we will do? We will make this as 0 1 and 10. Clear? You got my point? Now what we will do? Same process. Array of 0 plus equal to 10, and array of 1 is there, so we will do array of 2 plus equal to minus of 10. Okay, so your this answer will be, this will be plus 10 0 minus 10 0 0. Okay, your second question. The second question will be 2 3 20. 2 3 and 20. So what we will do? We'll make it, sorry, we'll first make it 1 2 20. Okay, 1 2 and 20. And now your array will be, so this will be like array of 1 plus equal to 20 and array of 2, so it will be 3 plus equal to minus of 20. Okay, so your array will be like 10, array of 1 20, 2 is again minus 10, 3 is minus 20, this is 0 again. Okay, and your final is given as 2 5 25. Okay, so it will be from 2 to fifth index with 25. So basically in our language or zero based language, it will be 1 4 and 25. So we will do array of 1 plus equal to 25 and array of 5 plus equal to minus of 25. But this 5 will not come under our this thing, so we'll ignore this. Okay, as we have made already a 5 size, it will not come under this. So this will be, what is there already? 10, then 20 plus 25 will be 45. Third index is minus 10. Fourth index is minus 20 and fifth index is 0. Clear? Okay. So your final array will be like 10, 10 plus 45, 55. 55 minus 10, 45. 45 minus 20, 25, 25. Okay. So first flight will have 10 passengers, second flight will have 55, third 45, fourth 25, fifth 25. This is what your answer looks like. So let's just code it quickly. Okay. So let's just quickly write this question and the solution. Okay. You are given the Zen. So we will create one vector of int, answer of size n only. Okay. Now what we will do? We'll go from I0, I less than this bookings dot size I plus plus. Okay. We will take ls bookings of I0, we'll do minus 1. Why? Because this is index. Okay. Rs bookings of I1 minus 1 and x as bookings of I2. For your better understanding, I'm taking this L, R and X is the form. Okay. Now what you have to do? Answer of L plus equal to X if R plus 1 is less than N, answer of R plus 1 minus equal to X. Now just the prefix sum of this. Okay. For prefix sum, answer of 0 will remain as it is. We will do from 1 based. So int I1, I less than n, I plus plus. Answer of I is equal to answer of I minus 1 plus answer of I. Whatever is given in answer of I, that only will be there, na? Okay, that also you have to add. Return this answer. Clear? 10, 55, 45, 25, 25. That's what we got. Cool. Okay, there is this one hard level of question where this n is not given. I mean, it's given, but it's very big. So you cannot store full this. You cannot create full this nums array of size n and make it zero array and do all these things. So at that point of time, we need to do the storing in maps. So we'll learn that question in the next session. I'll make another video only for that. Okay, wherein you will be given this question. There is one question which I'll try to give you, which we'll try to solve in that video itself, how to solve it using maps also. Okay, I'll be providing the notes for both of this. For the map, for that map question I've already written, and for all this which we have learned today in today's video itself. Okay, and then there are some questions also which I'll give you today only. Those are easy level. We'll do that one hard level of question of maps tomorrow. Stay tuned, follow this channel for more for such more kind of videos. And then after that video we'll be going to do prefix sum using maps, which will be useful for sub array calculations. Okay, stay tuned, have a good day. Until then, bye bye.